Hellcat. Fade in. South Central Pennsylvania, November this year. Interior, Rosita's Roadhouse, night. Deputy Warren Kendallhart, 30, small-town jock in uniform, wrestles with Kiwi, 40, a drunk thug in a berserker's biker jacket with a Celtic tattoo across a shaved scalp. A set of handcuffs dangle from Kiwi's wrists as he puts Kendallhart into a chokehold, smashing tables and chairs, beer bottles and mugs. Cat True, 40, athletic bar bouncer, jumps onto Kiwi's back and stuns him with a clap to the ears, allowing Kendallhart to pull free and finish cuffing him on the floor. A crowd of regulars applaud Cat, who shoos them out the door. The geriatric bartender pours Cat a shot. She gulps it. Exterior, Rosita's Roadhouse, same time. Kendallhart shoves Kiwi through the door, where Cat flips the close sign behind them. As regulars mill about the parking lot, Kendallhart opens the back door to his SUV, roof lights spinning. Kiwi shakes off the blow to his head. You're lucky she didn't cut off your nuts, dude. Kiwi squints, not understanding. Kendallhart cups his crotch. You never heard of the Hellcat?
Fuck me.
Kiwi glares at the bar. Kendallhart puts him in the SUV. Interior, Rosita's Roadhouse, night. Cat sweeps up. The bartender comes out of the men's room.
I'll do that. Go on home, Cat.
You sure, Geoff?
He nods. Exterior, Forest Back Road, night. Cat's pickup pulls off the road next to a forest. Cat kills the lights and engine and listens for a moment to the night sounds, then grabs a compound bow off the rifle rack. Exterior, Waterfall, night. Cat descends naked into a mountain stream and submerges. Exterior, Forest, night. Shivering, now in worn hunting clothes, Cat stuffs her towel and black work clothes into a garbage bag and hides it under a log. She zips up a camouflaged vest jacket, then rolls herself on the forest floor, flakes of crumbled leaves sticking to her damp hair and clothing. Exterior, Buckrub Tree, day. A small razor-tipped arrow approaches a buckrub at the base of a small tree. Above is revealed a no trespassing, no hunting sign. Cat enters frame, scans for witnesses, then moves on. Exterior, rock outcropping, day. Crouched on a boulder, Cat breathes in her surroundings. Nature sounds surround her. Leaves stir. A 10-point buck eases out of a tangle of brambles. She stares. The buck forages, becomes uneasy, shuffles. She draws up, follows him as he moves, and releases. The buck darts into the woods, but is struck. Anger shows on her face as she silently curses. Exterior, forest slope, day. A bright red blood droplet on a brown leaf. Cat kneels to touch it and looks up to see a derelict chicken coop in a clearing through the trees, sun reflecting off the tin roof. Exterior, chicken coop, day. A long-stemmed rose on the doorstep. Curious, Cat scans for witnesses. She looks inside. Her face registers horror. Exterior, suburban playground, day. Detective Joe Sterner, 40, unshaven and in plain clothes, trades smiles and waves with Becca, his 3-year-old, as she plays with Marty, 4, while the boy's father, Sid, sits nearby. Sid moves to offer his hand.
You must be Becca's dad. I'm Sid, Marty's dad. I usually see Becca with her nanny.
Joe, Emily and I are divorced. Becca's hers, not mine. It's a little complicated.
Daddy, we want to play Ring Around the Rosie, but we don't have enough people.
Becca pulls Sterner off the bench and over to Marty.
I'll play too.
The kids hold hands. The adults hold the kids' hands. Sid and Sterner shrug good-naturedly and hold hands.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
They fall back on their fannies and kick the air, laughing. Sterner's cell rings. He answers.
Sterner.
Wow, is that a real gun? Sid stares, horrified. Sterner puts the clip-holstered pistol back onto his belt. Becca glares at Sterner.
Daddy.
I'm a cop.
He shrugs, then winces. Exterior, logging road, day. Muddy tires spin on a steep incline, seeking traction. 2 SUVs in tandem climb a crooked, bumpy logging road uphill through the woods. The leader bears the insignia Doolittle County Sheriff. The follower, Pennsylvania State Police. Interior, exterior, Sheriff's Explorer, moving, same time. Sheriff Vernon Guise, 60, his title embroidered over his heart, torso, and ego equally hefty, chuckles at Sterner, bouncing in the passenger seat, clutching a camera case.
Property is owned by a hunt club. Roy Fries is a member. He's the one called it in. Went to high school together back in the Stone Age. Used to be a farm up here, but they pulled up stakes after a fire. It's next to the Mary Jennison State Forest. Hell, anybody could have come in and done this.
I hope your deputy didn't contaminate the scene.
Warren knows his job, detective.
Well, he did the right thing calling us in.
Not if it's just some prank. I would have liked to check it out before state got called in.
Strictly speaking, it is our jurisdiction.
Except you boys didn't know the way, did you?
Guise shifts from four-wheel low to high and speeds up over the flatter terrain. Exterior chicken coop day. Kendall Hart's SUV is parked next to an old truck as the deputy gossips with Roy Freeze, 60, bushy-browed curmudgeon. Crime scene tape cordons off the coupe. The sheriff frowns as he winds down the window when Kendall Hart moves to his boss.
Warren, why in hell would you waste good crime scene tape like that?
Looks like a crime scene to me, Sheriff.
Have you got a body? A murder scene? Nosy spectators?
Afternoon, Sheriff.
Roy, Detective Joe Sterner from Harrisburg. Trooper Hollins from the local barracks.
The sheriff thumbs the follow vehicle as State Trooper Ned Hollins, a postcard professional, steps out. As they all watch, Sterner assembles his camera, dons a hairnet and booties, and leads them to the doorway of the coupe.
Muzzle loading starts Monday. I don't like surprises, even if some skunk moved in, so I come in advance, check on my hut. I'll crap my pants when I got a gander inside.
Sterner snaps a shot of a circling buzzard, the wilted rose on the doorstep. Then inside the human skeleton, the bones displayed as if seated on the floor, back to the wall, a bouquet of roses in his lap. Petals funnel up in a ghostly whirlwind.
Know any pranksters, Roy?
No. Hell no. We take the hunt serious.
Any trouble with neighbors?
Getting along good with everybody.
What about poachers?
Warren, why don't you go survey the perimeter? I don't like that buzzard overhead. Means something meaty is dead someplace.
Kendall Hart moves off, exchanging glances with the inscrutable Hollins. They watch Sterner scrutinize for trace and take flash photos. The sheriff sneezes.
You got a cold?
Ah, good dooner. Allergies. Got problems with poachers, Roy?
Like I told Warren, state's forest just a few hundred yards off. Property line's well posted. Truth is, I can count on that pressure to send the bucks over my way. We give trespassers a what for if they stray over this far. Camp policy is to seize their quarry if we catch them. But don't nobody ever got so pissed off that do something as crazy as this, don't think. Say, you got special camera in that film, mister?
Digital, no film. 30 megapixels with a 64 gig memory stick. 500 shots raw before I have to download on the laptop.
Everything's digital nowadays, huh, Sheriff?
Detective Sterner says he can instantly email his pictures from his laptop directly to the State Crime Lab in Harrisburg.
All the way to Harrisburg? I must be living in the wrong century.
If I can find a cell signal.
Sterner checks his cell phone. No bars.
What do you do for a living, Roy?
I have a dental practice in Samaritan.
Sterner examines the skull, pulls it away from the wall with a pen, the jaw counter-swaying against his movements. It hangs on a rusty nail, 2 bullet holes in the back of the cranium.
Hello?
Guise removes his hand from his pockets, taking interest.
Any homicides around here 20, 30 years back? The Vic, a woman just over 5 feet tall, shot twice in the back of the head?
Not that I know of.
Sheriff, I got something you should see here. Guise hesitates, then moves off, Roy following. Sterner photographs the back of the skull and the nail, then tweezers a single strand of red hair under a splinter in the forebones. Exterior forest edge day. Sterner and Hollins join the sheriff, Freeze, and Kendall Hart standing over the wasted carcass of Cat's buck, recognizable only by the antlers and arrows sticking out of its side.
It's a hell of a rack.
God damn poachers. Bad enough they shoot the nicest buck of the season, but to leave it rot.
Might have got stuck on the public land and run over here.
Or the shooter tracked it and got scared off.
Think you could fingerprint that arrow, mister?
Don't have to. Belongs to Cat Troop.
They all look at him as Guise stares at the Native American glyph on the feather. Exterior Sheriff's Office, day. To establish, behind a century-old courthouse is a sign in the alley to the basement offices of the Doolittle County Sheriff's Department. Interior Sheriff's Office, day. Guise slaps the now tipless arrow down onto his clunky town bureaucrat's desk and removes his half-moon spectacles. Cat True, hungover, sits across the desk, Sterner watching from a side-standing position, observing. Overhead, a toilet flushes. Unpleasant plumbing is overheard throughout.
Shoot a 10-point in the state forest last week?
Yes.
What day?
Monday.
Morning or afternoon?
Morning.
Track him outside the public land?
No, sir.
Honey, I've known you all your life. Your daddy was one of my best friends, and I always felt terrible about what happened and what happened later, too. I've always defended you. You know that. I always know what a good little hunter you are. So don't you tell me you didn't track that buck.
It scared me.
What did?
A skeleton.
Scared you so bad you gave up the buck?
Yes, sir.
You should have called me right away.
I was trespassing.
That wouldn't have mattered. Did you see anybody else while you were out there?
No, sir.
Any vehicles? Tire tracks? Campfires? New garbage?
No, sir.
How fresh did the roses look?
Very. That's what scared me the most.
They look at each other a beat longer than is appropriate.
What time did you find it?
About 10?
Did you tell anyone about it?
No.
Keep it that way. Go on, get out of here.
Cat hesitates, picks up her bag and exits, stealing a last glimpse at Sterner, who then takes her chair.
So it was put there Sunday.
Agreed. There's no hunting on Sundays, and it ain't exactly popular hiking area.
And your father